To start off, I have really sensitive skin and it bruises whenever I wax or use any other hair removal option. My boyfriend recently told me how I need to be waxed from head to toe. I was really ashamed and I told him about my problem, but he said excuses, excuses, excuses. These excuses won't work.
Ew.
What do you think about this? It's kind of interesting because it's kind of a medical issue.
It's a medical issue. Well, so I see somebody, she doesn't want to get rid of all of her hair, and her boyfriend wants her completely hairless. These days they have these AI graphic engines that create photos and pictures. You can't tell them from a real one. And they have to train these artificial intelligence programs by showing them millions of images. And all the images that they ever see of nudes are always women without hair. So they like these computers have never seen women with hair because all the porn and everything, all the women are like completely hairless. That's the culture we're in today. So much so that you can't get a computer generated image showing pubic hair. That's how crazy it is. The question is, why is that? Is that a good thing? And what's the story about a boyfriend? If he's really a boyfriend, why does he care so much that she has hair on her body instead of no hair on her body? That's a very interesting question. To me, first of all, she has no reason to try to remove all of her body hair if she doesn't want to or she doesn't feel like she can. That's absolutely ludicrous. And I think that it's kind of important for women to feel like they can do what they want and they'll find men that like them how they are instead of trying to be like a porn star and be hairless. Her boyfriend has been jerking to porn for so long that he is not used to seeing real women anymore. He's used to an idealized image of a woman in porn who has no body hair because she's waxed it off. And so he's trying to get his girlfriend to be like those porn stars. And I don't think that's a healthy way of approaching the relationship at all. And it's certainly, I think that one of the keys to a real relationship is acceptance of the person and love of the person as they are. And there's basically a set of hormones that we can build up in our bodies that is purely about arousal and wanting more and not being satisfied with who she is as she is. Or there's hormones we can build that get us to be crazy about the other person, where we just love all of her exactly as she is. And unfortunately, we're governed by the first set of hormones, these very highly dopamine-driven libido arousal hormones. We never get to the other program where we just love the other person and just can't get enough of them. And I think that they're in completely the wrong track. And this is one of the things that, reason that we have this channel, is we want to help men go down the second track where it brings incredible happiness and joy and love for a woman as she is. Whether she decides she wants to keep her pubic hair or her body hair or not, doesn't matter to us. We love her just how she is. And I think that's the hormonal train we want to go on, which I call the oxytocin track, as opposed to this endlessly wanting and not being happy, which is the dopamine track. And he's never going to be happy with her. And if this is his demand right now, and he said excuses won't work, if he really says that, I don't think that she should stay with this guy.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting that he says she should be waxed from head to toe. That's a very intense statement. So I grew up at the tail end of the generation where everyone still had their hair. And to me, it was so strange because to me, it's like that's how you can tell a woman from a girl. Right, and I want to be with a woman. So I used to date girls. I'm like, no, grow it out because I want to know that I'm a woman. It's interesting though, and a lot of women have been so trained to do this thing that makes you look prepubescent or childish. And I don't know. It's a very interesting thing to say though, head to toe. That's a pretty extreme statement. And yeah, it's interesting if it's something that will hurt you for sure. Then that's a problem. You just have to find someone who, I mean, this doesn't sound like a good person on a core level. It sounds like it's not a good fit. There are guys that want a hairy girl, just like there's guys that like girls with tattoos. There's guys that don't like girls with tattoos. So it's sometimes we are so busy thinking about the other person, we're not thinking about if we're a good match for them. It doesn't really sound like they're a very good fit for each other. And, you know, if he wants something that she can't do and his response is, I don't care how much it bruises you, that's like pretty big red flag for me. That's a pretty bad sign that he's not a great guy to be with.
Yeah, I would never have said that to my girlfriend or my wife or whatever. An example would be birth control. I never wanted my wife or my daughter to be on harmful pills. So as far as my wife and I, we've practiced birth control when we could have babies and didn't want to have them. You know, it wasn't great, but we used birth control that was, safe for her and safe for me. I wouldn't have ever said, I don't care, I just don't want to use condoms. You do whatever you have to do. That's not a loving relationship in my mind. So yeah, I mean, it's a very revealing thing. I think that, a man who really loves a woman isn't going to demand that she does something that she doesn't want to do. That's the bottom line. And one of our sponsors is Ideal Male, who have Dr. McGill, Dr. Ari McGill, he's a board-certified physician. They have a product that is fantastic for men who want to increase their libido and their sex drive and support a healthy libido. It's called Urgent Libido Assist. And it contains these ingredients that actually can support a man's healthy testosterone levels, which we really need to do in this world, and help to lower harmful estrogen levels. And it's a very, very wonderful supplement. They have a special now running that if you click on the link below, you can get, I think it's 58% off or something like that on the when you get it, and you could try it out. And they give you a full 60 days to try it out, and you get all your money back if for some reason it isn't what you want. But people love it, and they continue to reorder it, and it's oftentimes been out of stock. Urgent Libido Assist from Dr. Ari McGill. So go ahead and click on the link and help support our sponsor. And please make sure that you hit the like and subscribe. And I think you're going to like this video that we have, this next video, quite a bit. So Matt Cook here. We'll see you on the next video.